Good morning, good time, whatever. Actually, make your acquaintance. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is something very different for me. I'm currently being vulnerable on camera in the one way that I absolutely never thought I would. Presenting myself, introducing myself, Imani Nicole, as an absolutely sweaty bag of bones and flesh and meat. I am notorious for recording myself having a moment, having a thought, sharing the space that I'm in, feeling all the life that's surrounding me, and then never posting it. Even though that the Most High had put it in my spirit many moons ago that I just needed to get back to this and just be raw and real and just come out there and expose what He's putting in my head. Because when you hear something good, or when you tasted something great, you tasted something sweet, you tasted something, the epitome of savory or deliciousness, you just want to go and tell your friends, right? Well, because of this space, or because of the fact that I'm sharing on my phone, I tend to get these words, I tend to get these thoughts, and I share them to my phone, but then it never goes anywhere. So right now, you see me dripping, and I can't edit that out. I'm not gonna over edit these videos. I just need to be out there and share. So, the beauty that I felt this morning, as the sun really pops out behind me, the beauty that I felt this morning was in the tools that the Father gives you, right? Because I've made it a point for me to get at least 8,000 steps a day. Like, I work sedentary jobs. I don't get out as much as I used to. I mean, of course, I would go and spend time in the woods, but since I've moved and came back from Connecticut, back to my home state, in the place that we live, we're surrounded by so much convenience, and yet the one convenience that I have not yet found is a space for me to just be in the woods, or me to be by some water. Thankfully, He has shown me some places, so I am very grateful for that. But it's not like I'm surrounded by rivers like I used to be in the spaces that I've grown up in my entire life. So that has been a major shift. But the point of all of this is that not only the tools that He gives you, you don't have to do it by yourself. This walk, I knew that I wanted to see what was down this path. I drive past it in the car, all the time. I'm just always so curious as to what is down there, what is for us. And between the two of us, my guy and myself, my beloved and myself, we only got one bike so far. And even this bike I'm a Facebook Marketplace scourer, so this bike was given to us for free, which I am so very grateful for. But my guy ends up being the main rider of this bike, and I don't use it because I'm usually wanting to walk. But this morning, I woke up, I did not feel like doing the typical. I wanted to explore, I wanted to see places new. I'm kind of sick of just walking around our neighborhood and the things that I'm accustomed to. So I hopped on the bike. Cool. I didn't bring my book that I've been editing. I just came. I want you to see this. I don't want to just be talking and you looking at my face. I just came out, and this is a long path, as you can see, very long. Thankfully, it's very flat. But in the mode of getting here, there's a lot of hills. And that's where all this sweat is coming from, because I'm not in bike shape anymore. I used to be. My dad was a hardcore cyclist when I was a kid. And he did the Century 100s. He's done really long multi-day tours. Not saying he's on some Lance Armstrong tip, but he definitely be out there, out with it. And I am out of it. My calf muscles are not as established. My legs are a little beefier than they were back then when I was a kid. And I don't jump rope and all those random things that make me, the cool kid on the block, right? So I just decided to come down here, and the Father provided a tool. Because again, you are not alone in this walk. And a lot of times we feel like we might need to do it all on our own. but his presence is always there. And I just wanted to take you back to the devotional that I had this morning. And it's not even for the day of today, but I'm behind. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning.
Yes. You're a champ for doing that walk. Have a great day. Thank you. So he was like, I am all around you, hovering over you. And even as you seek my face, I'm nearer to you than you dare to believe, closer than the air that you breathe. If my children could only recognize my presence, then they would never feel lonely again. I know every thought before you think it, every word before you speak it. My presence impinges on your innermost being. Can you see the absurdity of trying to hide anything from me? You can easily deceive other people and even yourself, but I read you like a large print book. Deep within themselves, people have some awareness of my imminent presence, but many run from me and vehemently deny my existence because my closeness terrifies them. But my own children have nothing to fear, for I have cleansed them by my blood and clothed them in my righteousness. Be blessed by my intimate nearness. Since I live in you, let me also live through you, shining my light into the darkness, as he shines even brightly behind me. And the funny thing is, the gentleman who walked up behind me wasn't even the person. I did not see him on the path when I rode down here. I mean, obviously, I'm moving faster than people, but there was another person behind me that I swore was going to meet me up here. I don't know where that guy came from, but pleasant experience, or pleasant engagement. But, oh Lord, thou hast searched me and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and my uprising. Thou understands my thoughts afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all of my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain to it. Where should I go from thy spirit, or where shall I flee from thy presence? I just wanted us to take a moment together. This may be a cringe video, but I don't care. I just have to be ready to do this. But I'm very grateful to be brought to this spot. Because not only in those verses do I see validity in what I'm experiencing right now, but even more so, he brought me to a space that I personally run from often. I was one of those kids who, when we were passing a cemetery, I would hold my breath so that I don't breathe the spirits in, right? Don't know where that stereotype came from, but it was one that I used to do all the time. Now, in a more ripened age, I can experience the presence in and near the graveyards or the cemeteries, where these are just stories of lives that have come and gone. And how many of these people may have gone without experiencing the presence of the Most High? How many lived in the presence of the Most High? How many reaped from having the presence of the Most High in their lives? Now, I could never look upon every single gravestone or gravesite here and read all of the names, but our Father in the heavens knows every one of these names. Now, he may not know them the way that he desired to know them, because even though he knew them, he wants us to present ourselves before him and truly be candid with him, truly experience and develop that friendship, where it's like, it's one thing for, I know sometimes, especially with like my best friend, like I literally have spidey senses knowing when something's happening in her life. Like literally it tingles every single time. And I'll pop up or I'll call her and she'll tell me like, sis, there's this going on. And I'm like, I knew something was about to happen. Like, I've been there for every one of her monumental moments. That's how the Father is, yes, but he goes even further than that. Even when she's going through her good stuff, he knows. I don't know, or when she's going through her good and bad stuff, but when she's going through the what seems like insurmountable or insignificant things, he knows what's going on. But in those moments where she may not choose to pick up the phone, he wants us to constantly be on the phone with us. He wants it to be like, hey, Father, like, it's Imani here, like, da-da-da-da-da. They say pray without ceasing. And it doesn't have to be a prayer of grandeur of saying, like, kneel down on my knees and cover my head and do all of those things and prepare incense and light the candles and all this other stuff. It literally is just like, Father, hey, thank you for the air that I breathe. Thank you, Father, that you directed my path. Thank you that you brought me to this space. Thank you, Father, for allowing me to witness. Thank you, Father, for allowing me to witness the leaves falling. Thank you, Father, for giving me the opportunity to wake up and experience the day. Thank you, Father, for allowing my path to bring me to this point. Thank you, Father, for the ability to sweat. Thank you, Father, for cooling my system down. Thank you, Father, for the breeze. Thank you, Father, for the trees. Thank you, Father, for the oxygen. Thank you, Father, for the life that is teeming in these woods. Thank you for the birds, the bees, everything that works synergistically and symbiotically to allow us to live in this space. Thank you for dominion. Thank you for your dominion. Thank you for the power. Thank you for the waters, all of the above. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Click. And then you pick it back up because you aren't really done. Like, every breath can be a prayer if you allow your thoughts to be directed in that manner. It's just beautiful, man. Thank you. Thank you for one or two or three are gathered together in this name viewing this video, watching me be awkward Imani, ironic Imani. Thank you. Thank you. I promise it'll get better from here, but it's just the beginning. Today's the 28th. Grow strong in the light of my presence as my face shines upon you. You received nutrients that enhance your growth in grace. I designed you to commune with me face to face, and this interaction strengthens your soul. Such communion provides a tiny glimpse of what awaits you in the heavens, where all barriers between you and my glory will be removed. This meditative time with me blesses you doubly. You experience my presence here and now, and you are refreshed by the hope of heaven, where you will know me in ecstatic joy. Psalms 4. Read the chapter for yourself. Spend time with me in the pure pleasure of being in my company. I can brighten up the dullest of gray days. I can add sparkle to the routines of daily life. You have to repeat so many tasks day after day. This monotony can dull your thinking until your mind slips into neutral. A mind that is unfocused is vulnerable to the world, the flesh, and the devil, all of which exert a downward pull on your thoughts. As your thinking processes deteriorate, you become increasingly confused and directionless. The best remedy is to refocus your mind and heart on me, your constant companion. Even the most confusing days open up before you as you go step by step with me. My presence goes with you wherever you go, providing light for your path. You're not alone. You don't have to do it by yourself. Psalm 16, Psalm 63, and Psalms 119. safe space for the Father. Thanks for being here with me. Have a great day.
Guarantee that's probably the worst.